hopping in. I'm sure if you're on QVC.com, we have so many new items for Christmas, so be sure to check because today's the last day that we can guarantee holiday delivery. We have not much longer, like a few more hours that we can do that. Okay, so here, I want to tell you something really exciting because we're doing something a little bit new right now for Beauty Banter. And we're streaming, yes, on QVC.com. Our comment sections are live on QVC.com, but you can also watch on Facebook. If you're watching, hi, everybody on Facebook. But there's something kind of special. So if you're watching on QVC.com, you can shop with us along for products, things like that. But if you're watching on Facebook, we have a new way that you can shop. You might see a little pop-up that says shop code. And that's kind of fun because you can actually receive messages to shop and chat about products in the show and then go to QVC.com. So sometimes like I mention, oh, this hair product or this such and such that I use that I like, and now I can make sure you can get it. So speaking of getting it, Diana's getting quite a bit of Diamonique before Christmas. Hi, Diana. Hi, Camilla. Welcome on in. I know I did a little shopping too before the show. And I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee. And there was just one sip left. I just thought there was more. That's when you know you have an early morning. A lot of new, really beautiful Diamonique pieces as well. We have a big day of jewelry ahead of us. So lots of fun things. Beauty Banter is today. So if you're hopping on, if you have any beauty questions, I never come to the table with an agenda. I let you really lead the charge and the chat. So if you have questions today, even Stacy Perlman was asking like how I did my updo. She was like, oh my gosh, where did you go at 4 o'clock in the morning to get your hair done? I said, no, I didn't. I did it myself. And it's actually like second to hair. It's one of those like little bun makers. You can kind of see it in there. See, it's like a spongy thing. We don't sell it. Unfortunately, it's called hot buns. I don't know. I've had it for probably way too long, but it works and it kind of jazzes things up with little effort, which is kind of nice. I'm all about that. But I hope you're having a great leading into Christmas week. I can't believe it's already the 19th, right? I am so excited. My kids are at just really fun ages for the holidays. They're 9. And then they're, I'm blanking, my son's 6. So there's lots of excitement in the house. Oh, Lil wants to know, what do you use to clean your makeup brushes? Interesting enough, I use Purity Made Simple. That's our facial cleanser. It's the #1 facial cleanser in America. It's also the facial cleanser that I use. But I find that, my foundation, I wear long wear, full coverage, whether it's Doll 10, whether it's IT Cosmetics, and sometimes just regular brush cleaner or like soap and water doesn't really break down while still protecting the brush bristles. So I actually use Purity Made Simple, especially because we sell the big bottles. And so I don't feel like I'm like wasting my cleanser. We have those really big bottles. And so it's really easy. I use that for my makeup brushes. We also have, let me see if it's still on QVC.com. Okay. There's a brand called Sigma. They're actually out of Minnesota. I had first heard of them because they're based out of Minnesota and they have their first retail store at the Mall of America. And I had a friend actually that opened that store. Their brushes, by the way, are amazing. Sigma, Sigma. But they have these brush cleansing scrubs or mats. So I have a mat that I sit in my sink and I use my Purity Made Simple on my brush, and then it has like texture to it. So it helps clean your brushes really beautifully, and kind of get all the nooks and crannies. I'm trying to see. So there's one that lays down. There's one that's customer top rated. It's called the Magic Scrub. It's like $25. It's like this nice little round, easy. You could pop it in your sink. And so it's A368861. That with Purity Made Simple, especially if you wear Like, you really need to clean your brushes. Sometimes I know I should be better, and I know I preach this, that you have to clean your makeup brushes, but I don't do it as long or as often as I should. Lil says she sees Sigma brushes on QVC, but didn't know how good they are. Is this a Sigma brush? Yes. Here's one of my Sigma brushes. I mean, I use a lot of the brushes that do come with the, like Tarte and It, you know what I mean? Have great brushes, but some of my go-to brushes are Sigma. They're really good. I just got my niece some makeup brushes too for Christmas. She wears like a little bit of makeup. She is 13. So she kind of just does, like, she plays a little bit, but she shows horses. And when she does, they do not quite stage makeup, but like she does her makeup when she shows horses. And so she likes to have some nice makeup brushes. So Auntie Allie took care of her for Christmas. Yeah, I do love Sigma brushes are great. It cosmetic brushes are great. But usually when I need like a new full set, I get mine with Sigma, and then I use like It Cosmetics and Tarte that come with things that I've purchased, and those do really good. Sigma also has a magic brush shampoo. I've never tried it. And then there's an 8-piece brush set that's like your full brush wardrobe. I have that set at home actually, and I love it. And that has like everything, which is great. Been wanting something to scrub them on, and that's exactly it. Like, I used to use my hand, because you would notice, like, when you would work in the Purity Made Simple, it was like there was still makeup coming off of these brushes. And it's so important to clean them, because if they get tacky or if there gets buildup, one, your makeup isn't going to go on as well. It's just not as clean, right, as you could. So, hey, I want to welcome you in to Beauty Banter with Allie. If you just joined us, comment section is live on QVC.com, but then we also have a new feature happening on Facebook in the chat. So you can chat, and it's, I'm trying to read, there's a screen that'll say like to shop, and that you can click on the product on the top of your screen and see more product details. There's that, the Sigma brush has been added to. Nia wants to know what shoes I was rocking today. Okay, so these are from Shoots. I figured it was a jewelry day. We needed some sparkle. I think we had these at QVC. Oh, my runaway chair. We do carry Shoots. I don't believe we have that particular shoe still in stock. I've had them for about a year, but I love Shoots shoes. They're like high fashion. They're beautiful. They're really well made. And I mean, as comfortable as like a heel could be, right? Because they're so well made. But I also think that they are in line with a lot of shoes that you see that, they cost a lot of money. And I don't want to spend that much on something that I'm walking on the ground in. You know what I mean? And so this gives you some really great high-end style. Yeah, I'm not seeing the exact ones, but they're these really pretty like pearl pumps, which now I don't have my size. See, I do love shoes. If there's one thing that it's really hard for me, I will buy a lot of shoes and lipstick. My husband's like, don't you have enough? I'm like, it feels like it's never enough. Shoes, lipstick, handbags is another one, like tote bags and those things of sorts. Do you have anything like that? That it's like, maybe it's like an eyeshadow stick or eyeliners or, you know, hairspray. I don't know what it is. Am I the only one? Is it just like lip gloss, shoes? Do you have any of those type of items that you just feel like you have a ton of, but yet you always want more? Right? Yes. BCBG has a cute pair with sparkle around the sole. Yeah, BCBG has really fun ones. Yeah, the ones that I wore today, unfortunately, are no longer available. Alicia from Texas, good morning. Oh, thanks. I threw my hair up today. It's a big jewelry event happening on QVC today, our largest jewelry event of the entire year. So it's a very sparkly day. Plus, if you didn't know, today is the last day we can ship in time for Christmas. And I also have a special way for you to shop. Yeah, that was a shoot shoe. I just don't think we had a ton of sizes in that one. we have a great way for you to join us and shop on Facebook. So we're testing kind of a fun way for you to check out different ways that you can get the product detail page right from your Facebook. If you are, though, with me on Facebook, and I do apologize because I go after and I watch the live stream. Some of you ask questions just on Facebook. Unfortunately, I can't see it right now. So if you want to ask a question, come to QVC.com and see the live stream. Oh, Mia wants to, sorry for asking, what shoes are you wearing? They're from Schutz. So it's SCHUTZ, Schutz. I just don't have this one in stock anymore, but here's a close one with some sparkle. Or there's something from BCBG that was really cute. Yeah, well, thanks for that suggestion. But I can only see comments on our live stream here. So who's excited for Christmas? I did a lot of holiday baking the last couple days. We did sugar. I did like 4 batches of sugar cookies. I did 2 batches of gingerbread. And then and a batch of chocolate chip cookies for my husband. He loves those. And then my husband also loves the peanut butter blossoms. You know, the ones with the peanut butter cookie with the Hershey kiss in the middle? And then I love these cookies. They're called almond meltaways. They're almost like this really soft, tender shortbread cookie. And then the frosting on top is just like a little bit of a glaze. And they like melt in your mouth. So those are absolutely delicious. But I hope that you're enjoying the season too. I know we talked last time about kind of just savoring the moment. And, you know, I feel like we do that a lot, at least in my house with my family. My kids get so excited about the Christmas season. Like, I remember as a kid, I was so excited for Christmas Day. I mean, like, I could not sleep that night, right? But I feel like with my kids, we try so hard to emphasize that it's like, especially the week of Christmas. You know, like last night, they stayed up a little bit late and had hot cocoa and we watched a Christmas movie. And we normally don't watch movies during the weekday, but we let them watch, you know. And they got to have an extra cookie, you know, like things like that. It felt like it was like that special moment in the season, right? And I hope that you find those little moments throughout the day and throughout this time. I know it can get busy, whether you're hosting or traveling, sending cards, wrapping presents, right? It's a lot, you know, especially, yeah, it's a lot. At least I know for me in my house and, you know, taking care of everybody's gifts and all those things. It can be a lot, but I hope that you find time to kind of slow down, find that peace in the moment, even if it's just like your favorite Christmas song comes on. Stop what you're doing. I did this the other day. I was like cleaning the kitchen and cleaning up the stuff from baking, and my favorite Christmas song came on, and so I grabbed my cup of coffee. I went and sat on the couch, and I just sat for a minute. And I enjoyed the moment. My husband walked in. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm enjoying myself." You know, it was peaceful. And even if we just find that for just a moment, it really makes a difference. And I think those are the things that we remember, right? I'm not going to remember standing in the kitchen doing dishes, but I'm going to remember, which probably took much longer than that moment I went and grabbed my cup of coffee and sat on the couch, you know, while I took a deep breath and, you know, watched the lights on the Christmas tree. So I hope that you have time to relax and enjoy the season. So I will be back with you on QVC2 tomorrow afternoon. We've got some great fashion items, lots of clearance. So you can join me at 1 p.m. I'll be there for from 1 until 4. And we can shop on QVC2. But thank you so much for hanging with us. Oh, Elisha, thanks so much for the love. Diana, Merry Christmas. Oh, Charlie Hamilton. Oh, no, it's cold in Jacksonville. Well, I hope it warms up for you. I know it can get cold. I've got family that lives in Florida. But thank you all so much for always tuning in during Beauty Banter and making it such a great live stream where we can talk about beauty, talk about life, be reminded of those kind of important things that we need to reflect on. But I wish you a very special Christmas. We won't have another Beauty Banter until after the new year. So I will see you next year.